All right, let's do some concentration right now. The vessel exits the navigation center, or tunnel, and lands on the planet where the Empire's foundation of faith, the Sanctide Court, is located. All right. So, from what I understand, Rafayel is what you would call the Pope. Hi, Dexy! Welcome in. We are about an hour away from New Year's, and we're going to hopefully get to the actual kiss, right? Right at midnight. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we can try. Following the path while the court member serves as a guide, my attendants and I walk towards the tallest chapel on the planet. Happy New Year! Yeah, we have one more hour before the New Year, but you know what I should do? I should make an alarm for New Year's, because I probably won't remember that it's New Year's when it happens. So let's get back to this. I need to kiss my boyfriend. Stained glass windows reflect golden morning light and cast magnificent colors across the area. Faint murmurs drift around the room. People who have already filled the observation seats converse in hushed tones. Following their gazes and conversations, I also look towards the gallows in the center of the chapel. Bound to it is the previous monarch of the Cosmic Empire, Lysander. He's nothing more than a criminal now, a sinner. So they're binding Xavier's father to the gallows in the middle of the church. Okay. The sound of footsteps echoes against the stone floor, and the conversations around us immediately cease as the members of the Sanctide Court rise in unison. It's him. Rafayel is here. Oh my god. My boyfriend. Shusei-sama. I can't believe I'm actually going to be marrying the Pope in this, guys. I'm gonna go and make out with the Pope. I'm so sorry. Every time I look at him, I think, this is what this is. He's the Pope. He steps through the light. Oh, is that all? Okay. A white hood covers half of Raphael's face as he steps through the light and onto the Sanctus bench. He slightly tilts his head to glance at me. I happen to meet his gaze. His indifference doesn't carry scrutiny, yet on me it weighs heavy like a mountain. 𝒖𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒍? Yes. I remain seated and make no effort to rise. He says nothing and sits next to me. As the Cosmic Empire's Empress, judging the guilty former monarch is also my duty. Also, how did I become the Cosmic Empire's Empress? This is what I want to know. Raphael says nothing. He taps the edge of his chair, and the man— oh yeah! I didn't get to read the rest of that. And the man standing in the center straightens his collar, and so the trial begins. The Pope is not allowed to date or something? Not in this universe. The Stella Ocean's current incarnation. Interesting. Misused 𝒖𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. Lysander incited interstellar warfare to satisfy his personal desires and misused 𝒔𝒂𝒂𝒂. 𝒔𝒂𝒂𝒂. Am I saying that correctly? I feel like I'm saying estúpido.
ライスアントを青函ブラックホールへ追放し、永久にその捜索を禁ずる。
How can you be exiled to a black hole? Like, black hole, oh, I guess like eternally being stretched thin is a thing.
帝国より来たる代表に問う。この判決に同意なさるか?
In the Allure galaxy, the cosmic empire may command all visible authority. But the Sanctide Court controls the unseen foundation of faith, manipulating the very heartbeat of the empire from the shadows. Ever since Rafayel became the Sanctarch, the Sanctide's power, court's power has expanded to the point that it temporarily crippled the empire's development. Oh? Why did it do that, though? Even though my reign as Empress hasn't been legitimized yet, facing the former Emperor's execution, I'm nothing more than a bystander. Ooh, what if I say I do not agree? I don't want people to die. Ooh. It's rough. It's Xavier's father. Do I want Xavier's father to, like, just be, like, thrown in a black hole? But I don't want Rafayel to be angry with me. Let's say we disagree. Concessions will only encourage them to push for more. Lysander's punishment should be decided by the Empire. The Sanctide Court has no right to interfere. All is quiet in the chapel. Rafayel looks at me, his gaze not revealing the seriousness I expected. Rather, there's a hint of intrigue. The Sanctide Court members immediately rise and surround me and my attendants. But Rafayel raises his hand. He's signaling them to stand down.
女王が自らライスアントを裁きたいと望むのであれば、こちらは譲歩しましょう。ただし、女王がライスアントを連行するというのなら、僕も主政として成長の定義に対して責任を果たさなければならない。
Yeah, but I'm the Empress here, not you, bitch. Understanding Raphael's warning, I remain resolved in making my choice. I still remember the sunlight on the day I left the chapel. Resisting the Sanctide Court was easier than I imagined, but making the choice wasn't difficult. The real challenge lay in the consequences. I used all my resources in an effort to find the Sanctide Court's weaknesses. Or rather, Raphael's weaknesses. I set my sights on Raphael's home planet, Moria. That's where 𝒔𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 I can't say this word. Oh my god. Why can't I say this word? The most important resource to the Empire was located. When I attempted to control it, the Sanctide Court immediately declared war against the Emperor. Oh my god! This protracted conflict consumed nearly half of my life. Unfortunately, what I learned during that time happened while I was trapped in the depths of the chapel. Sometimes I wonder if things would have been different. Assuming the Sanctide and I stayed in contact, maybe I would have gotten the chance to sit down and talk with him. But the wheel of history only moves forward. Even though I'm someone caught up in its momentum, I will still do my best to fulfill my duty as Empress. Except from— oh my god! I failed! You can actually make the wrong decisions! That's the first time ever! I love this. so good. That's the first time ever. I love that. Yes. Yes, myself. Yes. Oh my god. See, I tried not to kill. I tried not to kill Xavier's father and ended up resetting the entire thing. All right, we can like go through this real fast. Actually, while it's I'm gonna let it. Oh shit! I just All right, while it goes, I'm gonna let it auto until my choice, and then I'm gonna go and get some water because I need to like start some stuff here. I guess I have to agree. It doesn't let me do the other one. If I do, I'll fail and not get to kiss my boyfriend. Why is it going auto? Oh, no, don't auto. Oh my god. Not right now. Golden curls? Wow. How does like Xavier have white curls then? Okay, let me read that. To ask me in such a pretentious manner. Do I even have the option to disagree? I did, and then I spent half of my life by fighting them, which is stupid. On behalf of the Empire, I agree. For thousands of years, the Stellar Ocean has continued to observe the most ancient traditional methods of judgment. Scrolls are presented one after another to me and Rafayel. I pick up the quill pen from the table. Chains clink softly as the previous emperor raises his head. One crazed eye gleams under his dirty, matted, golden curls. Okay. Wow. Don't die. I mean, you are gonna die, so. His gaze grows increasingly frenzied, but those words have drained the last ounce of his strength. The iron chains binding him are his only form of support. That's your fate, not mine. No longer paying attention to his shouts, I lower my gaze and sign my name on the scroll. Well, how did I become empress if I didn't kill someone for it?
冗談さ。服に血がつくと落とすのが大変だろ。ちょうど君に見せたいものがあるんだ。こちらへ。
Raphael turns away. I'm right behind him as we leave, and the former emperor's mad laughter. Oh yeah, stop going, for I read. And curses still echo through the chapel, but I don't look back. Raphael leads me to the garden at the end of the corridor. Next to a pristine fountain is a graceful sculpture embraced by the morning light.
女王の戴冠式には新しい彫像が必要だ。こういう大事なことは他人任せにはできないと思ってね。
He lowers his head. With one hand, he lifts my chin to makes me look at him.
多くの人が王位継承者の中で君が一番特別だという。でも今のところ僕にはそう見えない。
What do you mean amongst all the royal heirs? Does that mean Raphael was one of my I'm guessing a cousin, maybe twice or three times removed. Fragmented light drifts through the garden. It's as brilliant as the palace when I first met Rafayel. Wait, I met Rafayel before? On that day, Rafayel became the Sanctarch. As a royal heir, I stood in the grand hall and looked at the young, handsome Sanctarch. He stood under the dome painting that depicted the stellar ocean. Many have told me that the Sanctarch is skilled in the arts, but the sculpture, the eyes are too narrow and the lips too thin. It doesn't look like me at all. With almost insolent gaze, I examine Raphael's face. Then I turn around and pick up the carving knife that was set aside. I'll carve it myself.
それは僕が大勢の彫像を見てきたせいかもしれない。
Raphael grips my and guides it to carve the statue's face. His grip is firm and unyielding. I feel as if I'm being controlled, like a puppet. When I glance to the side, I note the difference in Raphael's gaze. I'm at a distance where I can hear him breathe.
彼らは所詮王に過ぎないのに、自分が一度祭り上げられれば神のように不滅になると思い込んでいた。僕はいくつもの彫像を送り出してきたけど、毎回じっくり眺める時間もないまま次を掘り始めないといけなかった。
Raphael gently brushes away the dust from the statue's face with his fingertips.
君のこの像はどのくらいの間宮殿に置かれることになるだろうね。
If we're actually counting, then the Sanctarch must have quite a few sculptures. The faithful dedicated them to your quintessence after all. When people kneel before your statues, are they praying or readying themselves to be punished for their sins? The Sanctite court is nothing more than a symbol. To me, it doesn't matter who leads it. You only need to do your duties well. As for other matters, it's possible that they're beyond the Sanctite court's jurisdiction. Wow. Let me move something around. There we go. The commotion outside the chapel reverberates at an inopportune moment. My words now seem hollow and empty.
時間だ。僕と一緒に彼らの前に出てみるかい?
Irritated, I pull my hand from Raphael's grasp. That won't be necessary. You've done so much today, your quintessence. It's time for you to rest. The starship is docked on the top floor of the chapel. As I prepare to leave, I look down at the bustling crowd. That splash of color belonging to Raphael is like a spark that fell into a wasteland. As soon as he steps out, the crowd bathed in dimness surrounds him. Only a gust is needed to ignite the flame of conflict. When that happens, I will be subjugated and reduced to a chapter in cosmic history under Raphael. I must stop the Sanctite court from expanding. Raphael will be my starting point. Oh my god. I'm going to seduce him in order to stop the Sanctite court from getting too much power. Are you saying that I can't take him out?
噂によると、眠る時には第三の目を開き、人の脳髄を吸って力を補うとか。
I don't think that's correct. They're thinking that Raphael eats brains. Oh my god. Maybe. Enough! In order to understand who Raphael actually is, I summoned ministers who have contacted him. But I only hear absurd, useless information in court. I need to silence everyone. They say this. I've heard that. Since when did you start believing in nonsense?
女王陛下、成長の帝が支配している惑星モアに目をつけるべきかと存じます。
The strategist, a minister whose duty is to predict the course of events as they unfold and offer me counsel, steps forward.
以前、財王は帝国に対する成長の帝の弾圧を止めるため、主聖にモアを譲渡することを約束しました。あの地は主聖の母性であり、彼が幼少期を過ごした場所でもあります。さらに、モアには帝国にとって極めて重要なエネルギー資源、モアが成長の帝の支配下に置かれて以来、帝国は長髄の採取と利用を制限されています。
𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕 I can't say that. The Empire's technological research and weapons manufacturing use 𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕, but only Muria's Lemuria, okay, I get it. Muria's oceans can produce it. There are alternative energy resources, but the Sanctite Court's actions are equivalent to strangling half of the Empire's lifeline. Rafayel made a brilliant strategic move. The Santarx possesses a supernatural ability that lets him control others. The former emperor once told me about it. He theorized that 𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕 could affect the human body and bring forth tremendous power. It might be why the Sanctarch can use such a skill. Is Rafayel obstructing the Empire's mining operations because 𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕 is extremely important to him? Maybe it's just as Lysander suspected. 𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕 is the source of his supernatural power. Seeing my train of thought, the strategist provides me with additional information.
今年の成長祈願日が間近に迫っています。記録によれば、毎年この日に主聖はモアへ帰るそうです。
Are you saying that we should also go? He goes to that distant planet from the Elor galaxy just because of tide prayer? Grabbing a possible lead from countless thoughts, I pause, then stand up. It seems the connection between the Sanctarch, Moria, and 𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕 is not a small matter. Why don't we investigate this further? Prepare a starship. Its destination is Moria. The gray-blue grass acts as like the eyelids of the deep sea. It slowly peels away the veneer. A planet silently emerges from the stellar ocean. Its name is Moria. The starship slowly descends and passes through the fog belt at low altitude. Stop going before I finish reading. Goodness gracious. Neither pure nor black like stagnant water. It's a metallic rust-like gray that surrounds the remaining remnants of land. Good on y'all for reusing assets. As the starship descends through the sea mist, the outline of a small town emerges. Today is tide prayer. People dressed in light-colored robes are gathered in the small square. The Sanctarch leads their quiet prayers. I adjust the mask on my face, wrap my cloak more tightly around me, and follow the crowd to the center of the square. He really is the Pope. The morning light falls lovingly upon Rafayel, like golden gauze draped over an exquisite divine statue. Wow, myself, what a shrimp. This large hood covers his face as he bestows blessings upon the people who are here for morning prayers.
光が永遠にモアとそれを仰ぎ見るすべてのものと共にあらんことを
I do like how his voice somewhat changes, like the closer he gets to us. Like right now, it's all like, I am like the pro, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, he's going to be like, hello, I love you, or something like that to us. During the recite, I know what this means, I just can't say it. Recitation, I'm only a few persons away from Rafayel. Rafayel raises his head. His serene gaze is akin. Stop. Is akin to floating bubble as it seemingly drifts and lands on me. He didn't recognize me, right? I quickly lower my head, but all I see is a crowd slowly parting. A hand is extended before me. He knows who I am! Boyfriend.
救いを得たければまず罪を認めることだ。
Oh?
あなたはどのような罪のためにここへ来たのですか?
My sin is trying to make out with the Pope, I guess. I'm here to seek the Stella Ocean's protection.
それこそが神の本分だ。
Raphael takes my hand and leads me to where he had been standing
正
before.
解の光はあらゆるものを照らす。あなたが誰であろうと、神はそのすべてを見つめている。
Raphael lowers his gaze, and his unfamiliar gentle gaze seems to have already pierced through my mask. He recognizes me. But watching? This feels more like a covert warning. He doesn't want me to act rashly. He is watching me, quote unquote. Okay.
誰もが正解の加護を受けることができるのです。成長の手、万歳。主聖様、成長の手、万歳。主聖様、万歳。
Many bonsais. My posture is almost stiff, and I am unable to ignore a certain sensation. Raphael is pressing a small steel dagger against my back. Ayah!
女王陛下が成長祈願日にお越しとは、どうして事前に知らせてくれなかった?
Maybe because I didn't want you to know?
どうかお帰りを。モアは人が多く騒がしい。もしものことがあっては困る。
Bitch, please. The chanting lingers in the air, the prayers end, and the people surge forward. The pressure behind me eases. The crowd instantly engulfs me as my attendants return to my side. We've been discovered. Keep following him, but be more careful.
女王陛下、今朝方、長髄の採掘区が封鎖され、採掘者は全員離れるよう成長の帝に指示されたとの報告がありました。採掘記録によると、昨年を通して採掘区が封鎖されたのは成長祈願日だけです。
I knew it. Tide prayer was just Raphael's excuse to return to Mira. His real objective involves 𝒖𝒑𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕. We'll stick to our original plan and go underwater. We'll look at the mining area in the sea.
しかし陛下、我々はモアの海洋環境には不慣れです。それに海底には長尾クジラがいる恐れもあります。
Tide whales are legendary sea beasts that are extremely dangerous. They can appear and disappear without a trace, and one is capable of destroying 2 or 3 submarines. The existence of tide whales has never been confirmed. Besides, something's not right. We can't let this lead go to waste. Just ask Raphael! Oh my god, you're gonna get yourself killed, myself. The sunset's fiery red spills across the deck of the mining base. The steel floor reflects a metallic gleam. My attendants and I silently neutralize the stationed guards and decipher the submarine's access code within the base. The submarine's lights pierce through the dark ocean. I sit in the control room as we reach the mining area at a depth of 3,000 meters.
警告。前方の磁場に連続した異常な波動を検知しました。
Navigate the area. Following the direction of the anomalies, the submarine descends. Slowly, the seawater is illuminated by a fluorescent blue light. I know it's because of the 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍. It melts into seawater and manifests as radiant blue specks of light. They float and shimmer with the currents. I've only seen extracted 𝒖𝒑𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒕 before. I've never expected it to be this bright. It can almost illuminate the entire ocean. 𝒖𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍 surrounds the submarine, and it becomes increasingly brighter as I make out clear, dark blue path of light. At the end of it lies a sunken, abandoned structure on the seabed. Move closer to get a better look.
かしこまりました。
Your attendant's gonna die. I don't think she's allowed to see the Pope in such a bad, interesting manner, because we know that he's gonna be like, some kind of mermaid. Throughout history, Muria has experienced many instances of submersion. This place must have been a city at one point. The submarine's system indicates another light source has been detected. Masses of 𝒖𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍 appear. They swirl around a colorful cluster of chloral. So it's not a mineral, but maybe plankton? I slowly approach. The murky seawater becomes clear and reveals a sight I can hardly believe. Is that a person? The fluorescent blue ring of light softly illuminates his face. And even though I'm a considerable distance away, I still recognize him. Without his mask and robes, why is he naked? Rafayel? Why is he here? Why is he naked? Why is his hair much darker than usual? Actually, that's a very nice dark purple on him. Fluorescent blue light's particles float towards Rafayel as if they're delivering energy into him. 𝒖𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍 can be directly injected into the body and become unusable energy. This will surely bring unimaginable power to the Empire. Up, and then we die. Before my gaze moves away from the sight, torrential roars shake the seabed. The radar is sending out alarms. A massive tail sweeps over the submarine, and a ferocious sea monster bursts through the darkness. The Empire submarine of the highest grade is destroyed just like that. A tide whale? How is this possible? In the violent impact, I fall into the ocean. Although technology allows me to breathe underwater, I feel pain. Rafayel is still there. In this critical moment, I don't have time to think about how he might be someone I'm supposed to kill. I just go for him and try to save him, I guess. The violent turbulence fails to wake Rafayel, so I grit my teeth, swim to his side, and grab his arm. But the 𝒖𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍 acts like vines that are growing from his body. They're resisting me. Flames soar towards the sky from the submarine's location. I'm running out of something. Oh my god, why do you keep on doing this to me? Desperate, I pull him back. When the submarine explodes, I tear Rafayel out of the coral formation, and the thunderous sound causes the sea water to churn. Oh my god, my boyfriend's dying. The sea monster's shadow looms over me, but I can't give in to fear. Why does it keep on going? I don't understand. Seawater's depths is too much. After swimming for who knows how long, I slowly become exhausted. My consciousness scatters, my body sinks, until a hand grabs hold of me. Rafayel? He should turn into a... You should turn into a merman. There's a stove where scattered pieces of firewood burn. A light is cast on the narrow room's damp floor and walls. A box of emergency rations marked as fish is propped over the pile of firewood, and Rafayel's shadow sways along with the fishy aroma. Of course, he smells like fish. Oh, he's dressed again. Don't look like that. Oh, that's when he's being pouty. I know this. You think I don't know your facial expressions? Dude, we've been dating for 2 years. I didn't mistake him for someone else in the ocean. But where are we? How is he still?
どうぞ.
As he speaks, he tears open the package of fish and places the food on the ground. Aren't you embarrassed? A thin, trembling kitten emerges from the corner and eats happily.
魚はこの子にあげるものだよ。君は子猫なのかい?
Ignoring his teasing, I cautiously survey the area. Although the room is small, it has basic living facilities. It looks somewhat old and displays signs of wear and tear. It's as if no one has been here for a long time. You got me out of the ocean. Where are we?
ここは昔、鳥髄採掘のために使われていた臨時基地だ。もうとっくに廃墟になっているけど、海面に出た時、ここが一番近かったから、ひとまず休むために入った。
Raphael lowers his gaze and watches the cat lick the fish.
それと、僕はただついでに君をすくい上げただけ。
This Raphael isn't scared of cats. In fact, he's feeding one. I'm not used to this. He's always just like, cats this, cats that, fuck cats. I think my attendants are dead. They exploded. I removed the locator from my waterproof cloak and opened it. The signal sources marked my attendants as have been disconnected. I hope nothing bad happened to them. They're dead. They're most likely dead. Ah, no. Because I'm worried about my attendants' safety, I want to leave as quickly as possible. I don't think too deeply and pull open the heavy iron door. Oh my. In the endless darkness, icy rainwater wind hit me. I can't open my eyes even though I'm near the door. With no other choice, I close the door. Sag.
信号が途絶えたのは従者じゃなくて君だ。ここはモアの本島からかなり離れている。嵐が止むまでは出られない。君の家来なら全員生き延びて本島に戻ったよ。もし助けに来るとしても明日以降になるだろうね。
So I have to stay here with him for now. Oh my god. Am I locked up with my boyfriend for the night? Back inside the base, I checked the mechanical blade hidden on my wrist as a precaution.
僕に殺す気があったら君はとっくに死んでいるさ。
Being cautious never hurts. Ever since people started addressing me as Your Majesty, I've always had a weapon in hand. I also heard the 𝒖𝒑𝒂𝒍 experienced similar troubles.
聞いただけ？もう余すところなく調べ尽くしたと思っていたよ。
Even though Raphael exposed my purpose, I don't panic. He has countless people who can serve as informants, and this is his home planet. Finding out what we're doing would be a simple matter.
君は思った以上に度胸があるんだね。警告したのに、それでも僕をつけてくるなんて。
How else can a person uncover the most valuable secrets if they don't venture into danger? It turns out the revered 𝒖𝒑𝒂𝒍 has to absorb 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍 to sustain himself. And 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍 allows you to use those mystic arts, correct?
秘密を知りすぎた人間は長くは生きられないものだ。
His words are threatening, but Raphael acts as though he's the one being threatened. Realizing he's unwell, I cautiously sit up and move closer to observe his condition. I'm not sure if I'm seeing things, but there seems to be faint blue specks of light on Raphael's skin. As soon as I reach out to touch them, Raphael grabs my wrist.
女王陛下、それは一線を越えている。
Oh my god! It's almost midnight! Wait, ちょっと待て. It's almost midnight. It's almost time for that thing that I forgot. What is this again? Oh my god. Australia hits it before us. I didn't realize that for some reason. Alright. Wait, I don't have a thing that shows me what's the actual 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh well. All right, it's almost midnight. Wait, is it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0. Yay! It's Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year. Yes, I have a new ear. I have a new ear, everyone. My New Year's is with Rafayel. I have extra ears. Oh my god. You know what, though? This year doesn't feel like a new year somehow. I just feel like it's just regular year. Now it's gonna take me about 20 years to remember to say 2026 and not 2025. Oh, it went back to where we were. Good, good, good. That's good because we kind of got fucked. He still has the he's not our boyfriend yet voice on. I really do like that he has like these different voices where he's not as like into us as a person. It's kind of like the way that Caleb changes when he's being the colonel and when he's being our brother, which I do like. I really like him when he's like the colonel. God, he's so hot as the colonel. I think I have a thing. Oh God. Because the others don't have that. I mean, Xavier kinda does, but like Luminaire, whatever, his alternative self isn't really that much. Like, there's a difference, but not really. Whereas, like, Raphael as the sea god has definitely a different personality than, like, possibly, like, Raphael, our boyfriend. The same with, like, the Colonel and Caleb, right? I mean, it's not really a different personality, but it's a more harsh version of themselves, and I really like that. I really do have a type. God damn. It's not even like the taboo thing, right? It's just like I like that they have a different personality. And then I give him a drink. Okay. He lifts his eyelids to glance at me, his expression somewhat perplexed. You did save me. We almost killed you, y'all. Despite saying that, Raphael takes the bowl. He drinks the water, and I start to walk around the room. In one corner of the room, rust-covered machinery is piled up. At the center is an electronic display. The screen is covered in dust. I gently touch the screen. Several words appear. 𝒆𝒂𝒂𝒂 mining log. The first page is a record of sea monster sightings. I didn't think the tide whales from legend actually existed.
伝説に出てくる物事の多くは案外本当の話かもしれないよ。
At some point, Raphael had moved behind me. When I turned, I almost bumped into his nose. His pupils and skin have returned to normal, and the fluorescent blue marks have disappeared. He recovered, I suppose. According to those legends, the Sanctarch eats raw meat, drinks blood, and sleeps with his eyes open. But judging by what I've seen today, that's not exactly accurate. Besides, the most important things that do matter doesn't appear in myths. We're close enough that I can hear him breathe. Raphael's gaze is no longer sharp. In fact, there's nonchalant laziness to it. I cleared my throat and stepped back. But in the attempt to create some distance between us, I am now not able to read that, for fuck's sake. I knock over the receiver on the table.
採掘基地の気象情報をリアルタイムでお伝えします。20時35分頃よりネリーク海域では2時間に及んだ嵐が徐々に収まるでしょう。 指定 8km 未満の薄もやを伴い、海域北部では
I'm stunned. Raphael takes the display from me, flips forward a few pages, and looks down.
そんなに知りたいなら一つ物語を聞かせてあげる。
Raphael tosses me the display and I catch it. The screen is still lit. It has only one line of text. This sea no longer looks like our home. Where else can I go?
もともとここは豊かな自然資源に恵まれ、海辺の都市として栄えていた。広大な宇宙でこの星は長らく人の目に触れず、原住民は穏やかな暮らしを送っていたんだ。でもとうとうこの海は見つかってしまった。そこから殺戮が本格的に始まることになる。生き残った数少ない人々でさえ、鳥髄の採掘技術が確立するまではただの採掘道具として使われていた。
The strong prey on the weak. I would hope both of us understand that. If you aren't the person standing at the apex, then even survival itself becomes a luxury.
今の帝国と成長の帝の様相もある種の弱肉強食だろ。
Raphael turns off the receiver and the static in the air disappears. Is that why you want power? You don't want to be weak? You just refuse to be defeated in this race. Or rather, you want revenge against the people who harmed this place.
彼らならすでに報いを受けた。財王の処刑もあくまでその一部だ。成長の手を敵に回したところで得られるものは何もない。
Noticing the implication behind Raphael's words, I go to a blank page on the display and draw a few lines. The diagonal lines are the eaves of a roof, and two small figures sit under them. The wavy lines represent the burning firewood. Everything matches our current surroundings. The present is the present. The future is another story. Since neither of us can go back, we might as well pretend you're not from the Sanctarch and I'm not the Empress. We can at least try to be friendly. Raphael stares at my simple sketch and touches it. As if waking up from a dream, he sweeps his finger across it, like he's cutting thin air. The drawing disappears.
行こう。
To whence?
雨が上がった。臨時基地周辺の小島に行けば、君の従者とも連絡が取れるかもしれない。
Outside, the sea surface has calmed down. This is a small, low structure built from the materials that won't be easily eroded from the seawater. Waves crash against the jetty outside the base. Droplets land on my shoes. I follow Raphael and board the speedboat at the end of the jetty. The propeller spins, stirring up the seawater. The base's figure slowly recedes into the night. After traveling for some time, a narrow strip of land emerges from the mist. The town's lights twinkle, and the sea breeze carries distant, melodious, cheerful music. This place seems to be celebrating a festival. Streamers hang from the buildings with neat pointed roofs. The shops on both sides of the street glow with warm lights. Wasn't there like a storm just before? This makes no sense. Raphael did say Maria was destroyed during an invasion, but the streets before me show no traces of disaster. Coming here from the silent, dilapidated temporary base makes me feel like I've traveled through time. The locator beeps twice and calls me back to reality. It indicates the connection has been restored, and I send my coordinates to my attendants. No! His voice went away again. I don't understand. Why does it keep on doing that?
毎年成長祈願日の夜はこうして祝いの儀式が行われるんだ。
A fragrant aroma wafts over. Raphael's hands me a paper bowl filled with grilled fish.
はい、焼き魚。さっきはあげられなかったから。
Thank you. Despite expressing my gratitude, I hesitate for a moment. I don't know if I should accept it.
食べ終わったら行きなよ。
Go where? What about you?
ここに僕を知る人はいない。めったにない機会だからもう少しゆっくりしたいんだ。
Raphael looks relaxed and appears he does want to linger for such a simple reason. Cheerful music resounds in my ears. The carefree women wearing dark blue dance skirts step into a clearing that could hardly be called a square. They dance passionately, swinging their skirts. They're reminiscent of fish swimming in the ocean. I pick up the fish. I taste its freshness and the flavor of being free from heavy responsibilities, something I rarely experience. What's the name of that dance?
踊りなんて呼べるものじゃない。ただ音楽に合わせて思うままに体を動かしているだけさ。
Oh?
君もやってみるかい？
Addressing the Empress by her first name? I pause. It's been many years since anyone's addressed me as such. It's been a long time. It's been so long that I had forgotten that being the Empress is simply a role.
ここには女王も主聖もいない。僕たちはただの普通の人間だ。
Sure, why not? Okay, Raphael. The corner of his mouth curls upward. Just so you're aware, I'm good at dancing.
それって宮殿で荘厳な曲に合わせて決まった動きや表情を作るやつのこと？
So
あ
we
れは
are.
ダンスとは言わないよ。
So we're dancing with the Pope, y'all. Okay, sure. Raphael supports my waist with one hand. Why does it keep on going? Oh my god. He leans down, seemingly immobilizing me in his embrace. His unyielding authority refuses to be resisted.
僕の動きに合わせればいい。
Raphael, allow me to tell you a secret. I'm not the obedient, docile person you think I am. Outside the palace, I have other sides you've never seen before. So, I push Raphael away and immediately step forward. Without giving Raphael a chance to react, I take his hand. Pulling him toward me, I become the one who leads that. See, this is why I love this couple. It's never Raphael who's actually in control, it's me. And I love that. I mean, he is also in control, but like, I love that I get to control a lot of the things that we do. Like, it's very non-traditional between us, and I really love that. Like, I love how non-traditional their relationship is, and like how like unromantic it can be. Like, it just feels like fun rather than romance, you know? So that's why I really love him as an aromantic. That I think that's why Raphael's my favorite, because it's not really romance, it's just having fucking fun, and I love it.
前に言った特別には見えないという言葉取り消すよ。
As the music gradually fades, Raphael catches me. While those final notes resound, we lock eyes. Neither of us speaks until the voices around us erupt in excitement. Only then does the air seem to rush into the space between us.
ちょっと待って。
I realize all the men who had been dancing are now bowing down to kiss the back of their partner's hands. But kissing the back of one's hand has another meaning in the empire. During a monarch's coronation ceremony, the Sanctite Court's Sanctarch kisses the back of their hand as a gesture of approval and recognition. Even though this isn't a coronation, I try to pull away, but Raphael doesn't let go.
何を心配しているの？これは何の意味も持たないダンスパートナーへのキスだ。
My heart pounds like a drum. I assume it's because I danced so passionately. I offer my hand to Rafayel, and his soft lips immediately touch the back of my hand. Aya! Aya! That's my first kissy! What did he say? The sensation tickles as it gently ripples outward. Oh my god. For some reason, a thought appears in my mind. If there's anything that could commemorate these few seconds... Why? The locator on my cloak vibrates. My attendants are sending me a signal. When the device starts ringing, it means they've found my location. They're on their way back to take me back. My freedom has already come and gone. I feel a hint of regret.
もしかしてここに残りたくなった?
No. A thought involuntary arises in my mind. In the time I have left, what else can I do with Rafayel? My gaze falls on Rafayel and I realize I shouldn't dwell on it. What I must do is wait for the moment when we part ways. The sea wind stirs and the chapel stands alone on the edge of a cliff.
あそこで待つかい?
Aw, he sounds so happy now that we are like on good terms. We push open the chapel's heavy doors and sit on the pews. The dim light before the statue envelops us. The silent, boundless sea surges under the moon. When the time comes, I'll see my attendants' arrival through the window. The chapel is vast and the lights around us are faint. From the prayer room located in its depths, the intermittent voice of a devout person can be heard.
神よ、私は許されぬ人を愛してしまいました。私の家は彼女の家と敵対しており、私たちの運命は交わることがなく、どうかお許しください。彼女を愛し、
Oh my!
彼女への思いを、今日まで彼女を
Oh
忘れられ
my!
この心を。
I kissed her and touched her body. God damn. The voice stops and the chapel falls silent. But his prayers linger in my ears. They turn into thoughts I can't ignore. What, have I fallen in love with the dude that we just spent a night with? My god. How will the Sanctite court deal with such a sin?
愛することも愛さないことも神が干渉するものじゃない。
So being destined for different paths is utter nonsense. I look up. A blinding flash of lightning streaks across the sky and illuminates the chapel. It's going to rain soon. In that brief radiance, I look at Rafayel. He thinks falling in love with someone he shouldn't love is a sin, but maybe this was inevitable for him. The downpour starts. I can almost believe my heartbeat is the sound of rainfall. Using the heavy rain to drown out my racing heart, I move an inch closer to next to Rafayel. Oh. In the quietness, Rafayel watches me for a long time. Why are you going without my permission? Oh my god. I see my reflection in Rafayel's eyes right before our lips touch. Oh my god, we're kissing! Perhaps he no longer sees an inexperienced empress. Rather, there's only a woman he still wants to be close to after stripping away every identity. All we did was spend like 5 minutes, or like, no, 2 hours in a room together and dance together, and then he kissed my hand, and now we're making out? God! Was he attracted to us before? The locator continuously emits a sound as if it reached the end of a countdown. Muria's climate is unstable. It's common for sudden downpours to come as quickly as they go. When I leave the chapel, the rain has eased. On the holographic map, the spacecraft that's here to pick me up is descending nearby. Brushing away my windswept hair, I look at Rafayel as harsh light blazes behind me. I watch him move closer to the shore, one step at a time. Worry clenches my heart. Rafayel! The sea has waves at least 1,000 feet high crash against the land behind him. He watches me from a distance.
なんだか急に 君を死なせたいと思わなくなった。女王が君ならなかなか面白そうだ。
A tide whale leaps out of the water, its massive shadow enveloping me and the spacecraft. Raphael falls back into the sea. Then the tide whale crashes into the ocean with a thunderous roar. I chase after them. Raphael's figure stands on the departing sea creature as it leaves behind waves reminiscent of mountain ridges on the water's surface. So Raphael and the tide whale aren't enemies. What, I didn't notice that before? My god. That night in Muria feels dreamlike and ethereal. It only visits me after the sun sets in those darkest hours. But the time in which I've woken up from that dream increasingly grows longer. Sitting upon my throne, I calmly issue the order to form a blockade around Muria and discuss strategies related to the planet and 𝒖𝒑𝒂𝒐𝒓𝒕 lining. As I expected, Raphael would never allow the Empire to manipulate him like this. Several imperial officials have died, and so a banquet called the Grand Unveiling has caught my eye. It's a grand event organized by Raphael. Everyone in the Empire is vying for an invitation.
典型の晩餐会に参加した官僚たちは宴の終了後一時的な狂乱状態に陥ったようです。彼らは財産を使い果たし名声を自ら汚した上血の滲んだ懺悔書を何枚も書き残し
And why is that?
こちらは彼らの家から見つかったものです。
The minister hands me an envelope. Opening it, I find an invitation to the grand unveiling. It's from Raphael.
主政は典型の晩餐会を催し、帝国で実権を握る重臣ばかりを招待しています。各人の財貨や名声は二の次で、真の目当ては彼らの指揮下にある軍隊かと。
The Sanctide Court can't match the Empire in military strength. They need troops to break through the blockade. First, he uses tide prayer as a pretense to absorb 𝒖𝒑𝒂𝒐𝒓𝒕. Now he's using banquets to gather forces so he can fight the Empire. Raphael, you're using the same old tricks. A general standing in the Great Hall steps forward and presents a dagger in an ornate sheath.
女王陛下、こちらは長髄で作られた短剣でございます。ご信用としてお納めください。
If we try to stab him with it, he'll just absorb it.
いずれ成長の帝が牙を剥く日が必ず来ます。どうか身の安全にはご注意を。
I draw the dagger halfway. A fluorescent blue light shimmers on the sharp cold blade. Find out which officials received invitations to the grand unveiling. I want a thorough investigation. In a few days, I'll visit the Sanctide Court's chapel to confirm the details of the coronation ceremony. Until then, don't act rashly. It doesn't matter what happens. They bow and acknowledge their orders. I look down and slide the dagger back into its sheath. Before the coronation ceremony, the Empire had already deployed troops to Muria. It was to control the 𝒖𝒑𝒂𝒐𝒓𝒕 mining areas and to set up extremely strict procedures. Authorization protocols have been set so that the Empire could start at any time. 𝒖𝒑𝒂𝒐 became a resource under the Empire's control. It can't fall into the Sanctide Court's hands. And just like that, these forceful measures shattered the superficial peace between the Empire and the Sanctide Court. I haven't even been, coronated yet. At night, everything is still in the Sanctide Court's chapel. I'm staying here with several attendants as I wait for tomorrow's coronation ceremony. I expect the Sanctide Court to be troublesome, but surprisingly, everything has been going smoothly. It's just that the Sanctarch hasn't shown up once.
女王陛下、こちらがお部屋になります。
I nod and remove my robe, but I'm confused as to why the maid is still standing in the doorway. Is there anything else? The maid remains silent, forearm twitching as she pulls out a note from her pocket. Upon a closer inspection, there seems to be fluorescent blue lights clinging to her skin. Oh? Rafayel? He's using his power to control her. Annoyed, I unfold the paper. Top floor, to the west, second to the last room. Rafayel signed this. Oh my god, this man. You're giving this to me now? What do you want me to do? Subconsciously check a stupid dagger that's strapped to my thigh. After tomorrow, I will officially be the Empress, and Rafayel will be nothing more than the Sanctite Court's Sanctarch. This is the last night that belongs to us, two people without any identities. I will attend this meeting. Okay. You've been people that have identities for the while. At midnight, everything is empty and silent in the chapel. The flickering candlelight illuminates the quarters. Reaching the location mentioned in the note, I push open the door. The starry sky enters my vision, and there's an airship beside the launch platform. Under the starlight, Rafayel stands quietly in front of it. You contacted me in the middle of the night. Are you not going to tell me where we're headed?
言わなかったら君は来ないのかい?
I'm speechless. The airship's hatch slowly opens, and I follow Rafayel into the cockpit. The instruments glow dimly as he skillfully operates the various controls.
本当に怖くないの? 僕はこれから君を売り飛ばすかもしれないのに。
You did say you didn't want to kill me, and you also kissed me that day. It doesn't sound like kidnapping, almost like running away.
駆け落ち?
No, not that. We're settling a personal vendetta. The passage grows narrower. I watch the coordinates blink as the navigation system shows that we're approaching the border. A realization dawns on me. Are you taking me to the interstellar fortress?
勘がいいね。
The interstellar fortress acts as a barrier. Its sentinel... It's the sentinel standing in front of Deepspace's forbidden zones. Beyond it, the area is filled with turbulence and debris. It's extremely dangerous for flying spacecraft to navigate.
怖いなら、今ならまだ引き返せる。
You're here. Why should I be afraid? Even so, I immediately check the safety equipment inside the spacecraft.
安心して。本当に駆け落ちしたなんて誤解されないように、ちゃんと無事に返してあげるから。
Who said I'm going to marry you, Bish? Maybe I don't want to marry you. Maybe I want to marry my bro. Or the other 500 other people who run the galaxy. The airship enters the departure zone. Several beams of light streak across the sky, and the almost transparent barrier opens up on both sides. The vast cosmos unfolds before us. The distance, blinking lights pulsates like series of detonations. Another neutron star has exploded somewhere far away.
流星体が宇宙で爆発するのを前にも見たことがあるの?
When I was young, I was kidnapped because of my status as the crown princess. They took me and fled. Since they chose to only use hidden interstellar routes, I saw it once during the journey.
君はずっと大事に守られて育ったんだと思っていたよ。
It's because danger was always lurking. Special protection was part of the course.
それで?
I finished them off personally.
復讐は必ず果たすというわけか。そこは僕と似ているね。しっかり座っていて。
He activates the ship's defense mechanisms. The vessel's speed suddenly surges, and I'm forcefully pressed back into my seat. Meteoroids of all sizes form a narrow tunnel. We weave through the bizarre, otherworldly scenery. The instrument panel reflects Rafayel's calm expression. Amid the violent turbulence, he pilots the airship and breaks free from this obstacle-filled galaxy. The vessel escapes the torrent and enters an ocean of stars. What is this place? It's as if we've fallen into a pool of water under the setting sun. A purplish red nebula forms two wings against the cosmic canvas. It's like a dancing butterfly.
この長星雲は2つの流星体の衝突によってできたものだ。乱流の奥に隠れていて、それを越えないと見られない。明日は君の戴冠式でしょ。だから素敵なプレゼントを贈ろうと思ってね。
I turn my head towards Raphael. Because I look at the nebula for so long, the colors belong to that ocean of stars gently veil my eyes. In my vision, Raphael is also tinted with those hues. The sight becomes a memory related to this night. It's more beautiful than when I saw it as a child. Thank you. At this moment, I seemingly have gained the freedom to be honest with my feelings. I envy those two meteoroids. One of them collided with the other. They couldn't escape their fates. Yet in the process, they became a rare, beautiful spectacle.
砕け散ったのに羨ましく思うの？僕はそんな結果は受け入れないし、宿命なんて信じない。信じるのは自分が何を選んだかだ。それが僕の運命になる。
Before I can fully process what's happening, Raphael leans toward me. His palm, clad in searing warmth, is pressed against my thigh over my clothing. My lord, are we having sex here? Intimate yet methodical, his hand moves up half an inch. My heart skips. Oh my lord. It is New Year's Day, my lord. My lord, are we having the dues? Raphael touches my deck. Oh, that's what you're going to... Okay. I hate this man.
君は僕がモアで安易に戦争を起こすことはないと分かっていた。だからこそ長髄の採掘区を封鎖したんだろう。
You figured it out.
帝国の玉座には大勢が代わる代わる座ってきた。最初は君もそのうちの一人に過ぎないと思っていた。
In the dimly lit cockpit, our breaths mingle as Raphael moves closer. I can feel his gaze on me. Judging by his expression, I realize he's aware that I brought the dagger. He also knows where it is. Well, yeah, he's touching it.
僕を殺そうとした君主は君が初めてじゃない。
I wasn't gonna kill you. It was just there for protection, my dude.
でも僕の名前を呼んで僕と踊ったのは君が初めてだ。
He pushes my robe aside. Oh my lord! But what he touches isn't... But what touches me isn't Raphael's hand. It's a cold glass bottle. Oh my god, what's going on? He tucks it under my thigh strap. The item sits next to my dagger.
面白いものをもらってね。この薬を飲んだ二人には断ち切れないつながりが生まれる。喜びも苦しみも死さえも分かち合う。
Okay, what do you mean by this?
愛ではないけど愛に限りなく近いものだ。
Are you saying that this is like a suicide bottle? I feel like that's what this is, man. Raphael's gentle gaze floats and settles on my lips.
君はその剣を選ぶこともこの薬を選ぶこともできる。
You're saying I can choose either to live and die by you or just kill you. The distance between us is no more than a hair. We stare at each other and share a look that's impossible to decipher, to surrender to. Look, we've only known each other for a few days, my dude. Are you... I feel like we should know each other a little longer before you say whether or not we should die for each other. In that daze, my memories of our time in that chapel in Maria return. Our breaths intermingle as we were almost pressed up against each other. Oh my god. But that was merely a momentary lapse of judgment. I should erase it from my mind. Yeah, it was only one day. Sweet lord. Raphael, I want to secure my position as Empress. The choice I make is the one you don't want to hear. 𝒖𝒔𝒂𝒍 is already under the Empire's control. I now possess a weapon capable of threatening the Sanctide Court and Rafayel. When victory is within my reach, choosing love would be absurd. Oh, you think? But he absorbs it. Why am I so stupid? Is it because it's a stupito? Rafayel averts his gaze and moves back to create an appropriate distance between us. The airship is restarted. It stirs up the dust that quietly floats in deep space. I steady myself, but as Rafayel pilots the airship to leave, I can't help but look back. The magnificent butterfly remains, as if it will never change. We who witness it, however, shall return to turbulent currents. Am I really saying no to him? This feels bad. This feels like a really bad choice myself. Sunlight passes through the opening at the top of the dome and falls onto the sacred chapel where the coronation ceremony is held. Under everyone's watchful gaze, I stand before the stained glass window. Wearing my robes for the coronation ceremony, I look at the sculpture that belongs to me. The chapel bell rings scheduled, but the Sanctarch has yet to appear. There's no need to wait for his quintessence. Proceed with the ceremony. After an oath is sworn, the Sanctarch places the crown upon the monarch's head. It symbolizes the Sanctide Court's approval with royal authority. Rafayel isn't here, so I don't intend to continue following this precedent. The attendant by my side wears a solemn expression.
たった今知らせが入りました。成長の帝がモアで攻撃を仕掛け、帝国
I anticipated this, but my heart still sinks when I hear the news.
主聖様がいらっしゃいました。
The officiant immediately bows his head as a form of salutation. Meanwhile, why is the Pope here? I thought we're at war now. The fuck? Today he wears the most ceremonial, solemn attire that belongs only to the Sanctarch. Sanctarch must think that the process of presenting the crown to the Empress isn't important. His quintessence has only arrived now, after all. It just so happens that I share the same sentiments. Since the Empress rules over the Empire, it's natural for the Sanctide Court not to interfere. Wait, what? That was confusing. I feel like that wasn't translated. I'm very confused by those sentences, but okay. I think I just didn't read them correctly. Let me just... Oh, okay. She was talking in third person for him. Okay. Everyone understands the meaning behind my words. Empress doesn't need the Sanctide Court's recognition. The Imperial soldiers on standby have placed their hands on their swords in unison. The Sanctide Court members assume the same stance, and the atmosphere becomes tense. Rafayel, at the center of everyone's attention, raises his hand slightly. The court members lower their weapons.
体感を受けずして祭りごとを取るにあたわず、女王陛下も洗礼を破るおつもりはないでしょう。
Perhaps my actions will set the next precedent. Oh my god. Rafayel extends his hand towards me. It's an invitation to start the ceremony. I don't move. Rafayel watches me, his expression calm. A streak of fluorescent blue Are you going to use your power on me, this bitch? He just... This man just... He's forcing me against my will. Rafayel's gaze controls my movements. My consciousness scatters for a moment, and I watch myself place my hand into his palm. He's using his power to control me. He bows slightly and places a gentle, warm kiss on the back of my hand. I can only look at him. The person before me is strange and familiar. His kiss on the back of my hand overlaps with the memories of our time in Moria. Himiko and Raphael's time has ended. All that remains is the Empress and the Sanctarch.
成長の帝を代表し、新たな女王の誕生をお喜び申し上げる。これより先も、成長の帝は帝国と手を携え、アロール政権の統治を完遂しよう。
The fluorescent blue glow in Raphael's eyes fade, and I pull my hand away. I've also been waiting for this day, for a very long time. His pause is almost imperceptible. He takes the crown and places it on my head.
女王への祝賀として、典型の晩餐会に陛下をお招きしたい。
I suppress my surprise as every gaze in the room falls upon me and Raphael. Those unaware of the truth might think Raphael is extending an olive branch towards the Empire. But I know this is a trap that I simply can't refuse. Oh my god, shit's going down. Once the ceremony has ended, the statue of me returns to the palace.
女王陛下、彫像はどちらに置かれますか？
The sunset's glow filters through the windows on both sides of the courtyard, like a gauze. It covers the statue's face. I trace her eyes with my fingers and wonder how long it took Raphael to carve this. I don't want the sculpture. I draw the dagger meant for Raphael from my thigh strap and viciously stab the statue. The stone cracks from where the blade plunged. Tiny fragments tumble down. Destroy it. I pull the dagger out and use more force compared to when I stabbed the statue. Battles have raged on Maria for months. Daily battle reports flood in like snowflakes. The Sanctite court has controlled Maria for a long time, and their familiarity with the oceanic planet's terrain compensates for their inferior troops. The Empire's advance is exceptionally slow. Igniting a war is merely a pyrrhic choice. Killing thousand enemies means losing 800 of our own. Given the current circumstances, the best solution is to kill Raphael. At first, I'm reluctant about the banquet, but after some careful consideration, this seems to be the perfect opportunity. I shall use this chance to figure out what Raphael intended to accomplish with this death banquet. So I attend the event. Stab him! This is a wild fucking story, though, guys. The spaceship hosting the banquet floats quietly in the cosmos. My forces remain hidden nearby to provide support at the moment's notice. Unlike ordinary spaceships, this vessel has been divided into banquet halls of various sizes. The interior possesses luxurious decorations. The quiet corridor is seemingly endless. The Sanctite Court's members walk ahead and lead me into the banquet hall located at the spaceship's innermost depths.
主聖様が中でお待ちです。
Inside there is only one lit lamp above the center of the long table. Across the dark red curtains, shadows dance with the swaying candlelight. Raphael sits on one side of the long table. Next to him is a wine glass that's half full. It's as if he's been waiting for quite some time. The supposedly be dreadful grand unveiling banquet is drinking with the Sanctarch.
これは典型の晩餐会というより、僕個人の私的な招待と呼んだ方がいい。
Did you only say
君を
for
除
me?
いて、この宴に招かれる人は、まず成長の帝への忠誠を示す必要があるからね。
But the guests are people from the Empire. Raphael raises his hand slightly, and the red curtains beside the table are opened. Beyond the glass, the statue of the Stella Ocean stands in the center of another dimly lit banquet hall. Boxes of gold, silver, and jewels lie at the foot of the statue, their scattered reflections fragmented solemn lines until they're barely recognizable. Some imperial ministers are devoutly reciting prayers before the statue.
僕は誰にも強制はしていない。
They're already in
彼
your
らに
pocket.
伝えただけだ。晩餐会に参加し、最も貴重なものを捧げることで、 成長の体の認可が得られる。そしてモアの戦争が終結。そうなれば帝国民としてよりもはるかに崇高な地位を得て、僕がここに来た人間を少なからず葬っていることは彼らも察していた。でも権力の誘惑には抗えず、自ら裏切
So
りに
they're
手を染めた
technically
んだ。
not on my side, and I shouldn't even want them on my side. You keep the useful ones who happen to hold high positions in the Empire, convert them to your cause, and use them to undermine the Empire's rule. You extort riches from those who aren't useful to you. Your tactics are more ruthless than actual warfare. He turns, picks up a wine glass, and hands it to me.
せっかくの晩餐会だ。まずは一杯飲もう。
I ignore the glass and don't look at him.
いがみ合っても結局は共倒れに終わるだけさ。帝国の現状は別の方法で解決できる。例えば協力だ。
To root out like the corruption, is that what you're saying right now, Rafayel? I actually think that's like a good idea, though. Like, I really think that what he's saying is a good idea. If he wouldn't force me into it, though. Like, you shouldn't force people to do what you want them to do. Let me make some pu'er. I don't know why I'm making pu'er at this time of night, though. Oh. Oh! Where is that coming from?
誰も望んでいない。僕こそが君にとって最良の選択だ。権力ばかり追い求め、甘い言葉につられて帝国に背くような裏切り者を排除する。これが僕の誠意だ。
I watch myself pick up the glass. I drain it in one go. Everything seemingly comes hazy. I can't even clearly see what's in front of me. There was something in the wine? See, he drugs me! Oh my god.
もうすぐ全てが終わる。
Guys. Sweet lord. Okay. Hi, man.
僕の私有地へようこそ。女王陛下。宴の参加者が奇跡を求めたから望みを叶えただけさ。見て、王権は彼らの土地も地も命すら奪う。それには反抗する彼らも信仰のためなら自ら望んで差し出す。
Bitch. Don't forget, your faith was built in my territory. Threaten. Stab him. You can submit to me or die by my blade.
僕の死は君にとってそんなに有利なこと？僕を殺すのは最も悪手。
Resist.
自分で手を下してみればいい。
God, I hate him. Just let... No! I didn't mean to. Fuck you. Push him away. Kill him again. Use your power to trick me?
これで自分の心がはっきり見えたんじゃない？
You win. Tell me what you want.
僕を従わせたいなら権力だけじゃ不可能だ。君自身を使わないと。
If you want me, then you have to give yourself up to me too. Oh God. Oh my lord. Oh, sweet fuck. Oh. Oh. Oh my.
これから先、君と僕は共に権力を手にする。共謀者だ。
Oh my. Are we going to commemorate this against the stone? No, okay. I slept for a long time on Raphael's private island. I dreamt that I was still floating and sinking in Muria's sea. Dazed, I felt a searing pain as if my soul had been split in half. There was an emptiness within my body. I didn't want to float anymore, yet as I struggled, my consciousness was slowly embraced. Even without opening my eyes, I knew it was Raphael. He's the strangest person I've ever met, yet he's also the one I'm most familiar with. A part of himself warmly, tenderly fills me. Well, I know which part of him warmly and tenderly filled you. Anyways, our lives are intertwined. The Empire's Empress, the Sanctide Court's Sanctarch. Those identities are cast aside. We're just simply Himiko and Raphael. When I wake up, I feel like I've emerged from seawater. There's not a single ounce of strength in my body. The morning light in the cosmos is more tranquil than the water surface. It streams in through the portholes to quietly announce the arrival of dawn. Raphael is holding me, and he relaxes his grip once he sees him awake. I remember what you said to me when we were in the Murian chapel. It's time. You were referring to the time that belonged to Raphael and Hime. I raised my hand, and my fingers caressed Raphael's cheek. From that point on, you were no longer Raphael to me. You were only the Sanctide Court's Sanctarch.
実はあの時思っていたんだ。ホムラと君の時間が永遠に終わらなければいいのにって。だからその言葉は忘れてほしい。それは僕の本心じゃない。
Raphael lowers his gaze. Only now is he honest with his emotions. His words return to me. Maybe opponents who are evenly matched can be great conspirators. The speedboat stops in the middle of the ocean. Raphael holds my hand and he guides me to jump into the deep sea. We return to where I once discovered Raphael. 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍. I think it's 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍, but it's hard for me to have that S between the 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍 and 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍. So we're saying 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒍. Drifts like butterflies in the water. They sway with the current.
子供の頃、海で一度溺れかけたことがあるんだ。でもその体験によって、自分の体が長髄と不思議な反応を起こすことを知った。長髄の力を使えば、思いもよらないことができるんだって。
Raphael closes his eyes, and the 𝒂𝒂 seems to have sensed his presence. They transform him into slender conduits that channel energy into his body.
毎年成長祈願日は僕の体内のエネルギーが最も不足するんだ。だからモアの海に帰らないといけない。その日は普段より少し弱くなってしまう。
Raphael takes my hand, and the 𝒂𝒂 follows him to surround me. A cool sensation surges into my chest. I think I can feel the power you mentioned, Raphael. I've absorbed the 𝒂𝒂. Does this mean I can control others? I'll give it a try. I'm gonna try and control him. Raphael, kiss me! Of course I would do that. I'm so stupid. Surprised for less than half a second, Raphael understands. Smiling, he approaches me.
僕で試しても君の力は測れないよ。だって僕は君に操られなくても。
He caresses my cheek, then his lips are pressed against mine. They're the only warmth in this cold sea water. This
同じこ
motherfucker.
とをするから。
Shut the fuck up!
同じことをするから。
As Raphael gently kisses me, I sense the power that comes from the 𝒂𝒂 as well as our emotions. I think that if I stood on open sea, mentioning love would be enough to make the schools of fish follow me. They'd swim towards land. I had no intention of using warfare as a long-term strategy. It's more like the result of countless causes, a choice one must use because there's nothing else. But fortunately, it's not the end. Since I can't completely eliminate the Sanctite Court, I might as well take the olive branch that Raphael extended. We'll step back and cooperate. This is a rational calculation and outcome I want. After discussing it with the ministers, the Empire and the Sanctite Court had agreed to a ceasefire in Myria. Exchanged, the Sanctite Court and the Empire fairly divided the mining rights for 𝒂𝒂 and clarified their respective interstellar authorities. For centuries, the power struggle between the Sanctite Court and the Empire has ebbed and flowed, but in this era, subsided temporarily. And did I get married to him eventually? The nights in Myria are as lively as ever. The theater's curtains open, and the brand new play is reaching its climax.
今日からあなたは私の女王だ。私はあなたを敬い、愛し、決して汚すことはない。
Under the stage lights, the Sanctarch takes the hand of the Empress. When he tried to kiss the back of her hand, she avoids it.
あなたの約束は浜辺の砂のように波が洗い流せば消えてしまう。
愛しき女王陛下、あなたは私にとって深海のダイヤモンド。あまりにもまばゆく、そして尊い。そのようなあなたをどうして私が欺こうか。
あなたは愛を語っているの？でもそれは本来あなたにとって取るに足らないものでしょう。彼は彼女を愛しているのね。
In the audience, everyone is moved. Their delicate silk handkerchiefs fail to contain the falling tears. However, the Empress pulls out a sharp dagger from under her beautiful yet heavy dress. She presses it against the throat of the Sanctarch.
私はとても長い夢を見た。夢の中であなたは今の私と同じように、まさに月と海面に映る影のよ。私たちは互いに離れられないのに、永遠に隔てられていて近づくことは叶わない。
ママ、二人は愛し合ってるんじゃないの？どうして相手を殺そうとしてるの？
あなたも大きくなったらわかるわ。憎み合うのはそうせざるを得ないからだけど。
The curious crowd frantically enters the theater to witness the love and hatred between the Sanctite Court's Sanctarch and the Empire's Empress. When someone in Myria says the word love, the sea breeze carries their story. Interesting. Interesting. So everyone knows that we loved each other eventually. Interesting. All right. Well,